Hey folks, Nathan here from the Star Wars Timeline Gold, Star Wars Beyond the Films, and the Star Wars Reports Rebels Roundtable, bringing you a look at some more of the Fantasy Flight Games LCG material here. This is the new Force Pack entitled Attack Run from the Rogue Squadron Cycle. Of course, that is the packaging, just sort of ripped in half so you can see the two sides. It does have one of those little cards on the back telling you, hey, this is going to include objective sets 156 through 160. It does include another of those little rule supplements about the pilot keyword and whatnot, just like all the other ones from this cycle have, with the little X-Wing advertisement on the back. This time we have 5 objective sets, each of which gives us an extra copy. None of them are limited to 1 per deck. So let's start out with 156. Let's start out with the Jedi Order. We've got The Secret of Shantipole, with Kian Farlander, of course, from the X-Wing video game. Blue 9, Temple Hangar, Reassignment, and Stay on Target. Then for the Rebel Alliance, we've got Running the Trench, and Luke Skywalker, pretty cool here, although he is sort of making his derp face there, apparently. But Luke Skywalker. Then we have Red 5, R2-D2, Use the Force, Luke. Although it doesn't really look like Luke. I have you now. Seriously, does that look like Luke to you? No, not so much. Alright, then for Smugglers and Spies, we've got the Smuggler's Gambit, with Platt O'Keefe, right? Major character from the old West End Games RPG era. Information Broker, Smuggler's Handbook, Evading Authority, I believe that's the new Catwoman, Supporting Fire, and then 2 for the dark side. For the Imperial Navy, we've got Defending the Trench with Darth Vader, Vader's TIE Advanced, most recently seen in Rebels, Black Squadron Fighter, Closed Formation, and I Have You Now. And then finally, for Scum and Villainy here, we've got The Hunter's Flight, Boba Fett, where? Slave 1, Den of Thieves, Bailout, which has nothing to do with Wall Street in this case, and Stay on Target, just the Imperial version of it. A nifty little set here. I think what's going to stand out for this one, looking back on it in years to come, of course, is that every so often we do get a new version of a character that we've seen before, like Darth Vader, like Boba Fett, like Luke, like R2-D2. But it's very rare to have that many new versions of characters being put into a single expansion, a single force pack here. So that will probably be what stands out about this particular pack. Again, this is Attack Run if you're looking for these. As a side note here, some people have asked, what is it I keep seeing in the background? Why are there sometimes trash bags back here? What the hell am I looking at? It's like a combination junk room and recording room here, folks. It's just stuff for eBay and storage, a couple of Transformers posters, lots of box for sending out eBay and Amazon stuff. If we've got cans to take to recycle, we just stick them in here until we got enough to take with us. There's the background from the Star Wars Home Video Library. I'm actually sitting at this table in that chair while I'm doing that, so that's that background. And then all my comic boxes, about half Star Wars, half not. And a couple of posters here. Episode 1, that's the Phantom Menace manga covers done as a poster, and then for an autograph poster of a band there. So, I mean, it's not exactly a room that I'd want to necessarily present here because there's just so much stuff just kind of tossed into it, like the packaging stuff here. But it's a good, nice place to set up this table and do the recording with the light coming in from the window here. The only downside being that you're going to get sound coming from little air conditioning vents outside that I have to try to avoid from time to time. So for those who've been asking, that is what this room is. There's not much to it except the table and the backdrop here of my home video collection there, which of course you can see elsewhere on this feed.